Yo, One Piece chapter 725, man. That's a hell of an ending. And like that ending is very ominous. It's almost as if Oda's trying to tell us that the losers of the gladiator tournaments, the ones who aren't killed, are being turned into toy soldiers. Wow. Or maybe not just toy soldiers, but just being turned into toys, period. That's wow. Wow. That's not something I was expecting. Now, with that being said, though, you already know what this review is about to be about, man. That girl, Rebecca, is kicking ass. And she's doing it in such a graceful way. And I like the fact that even the commentators were saying, like, yeah, you know, it's her back to the water dance. It's so beautiful. No, it ain't beautiful. And what's really cool is, like, they're tripping over the words. They're doing, like, the double negatives and everything. And I thought that was pretty interesting. As somebody that, you know, studied English for a very long time, you know, I can appreciate, you know, the double negatives being pointed out, because that does get on my nerves when I kind of read it, because I mean that's just something I've been trained to kind of pick up on. But dude, Rebecca, oh man, like if you know much about martial arts and everything, like I forgot the style for it, but there's like a style of martial arts where, you know, they teach you, you know, use your enemies, you know, leverage and everything against them. If you're fighting a stronger opponent, you know, use their brute force against them. And she's fighting in a defensive way. And you can tell Luffy, his training with Rayleigh actually bore some fruit, because he's like, oh, she's using observation hockey. That's pretty cool. No wonder she's so awesome. And what's really cool about that is, like, you just see her, she's dodging attacks, she's flipping dudes over into the ring, she flips this huge big brute over out of the ring, and she kicks another guy out. Like, she does all of this, and apparently she's won all these fights without ever having to actually use her sword on the enemy, like as far as like giving them a huge blow. And so that tells me one or two things. That tells me either she's very physically weak, and I'll be disappointed if she can't actually hold her own in a fight, you know, when it comes to, you know, some brute force, because that's a very, very shonen trope. You know, oh yeah, she's a woman, she can't really fight. You know, like that's one of the reasons why, like, I really enjoy it when you get some female characters like a Tsunade who, when push comes to shove, like, they're gonna kick somebody's ass. And like Rebecca looks like she's actually, for better words, you know, she's actually kind of holding her own, but she's doing it in such a graceful way. And at the same time, she doesn't strike me as someone like Boa Hancock, who, if she got in a fight, could actually like do the worst to somebody. Like that's one of the things I'm a little disappointed in. You know, like I want to see Rebecca get challenged. You know, like even though she's not the main character, she has such a strong presence in this arc right now, to where she has to be challenged in some type of way. Like, we've seen her beliefs challenged. We have to see her physically get challenged. And I'm hoping this big hulking dude isn't going to be, you know, put over like a jobber. You know, for those of you who are familiar with wrestling, you know where I'm going with this. But essentially, a jobber is just someone who is built up and, you know, used as misdirection, and all of a sudden, the person that they're fighting, they're used to make them look better. And so I'm wondering if that's going to be a situation like that. I wonder if that's what it is. And maybe we see her versus Cavendish, and that actually be the fight where she actually gets to show her mettle. But, you know, I just want to see Rebecca get pushed a little bit, man. I really want to see that, because, I mean, I really like this character, and I'm actually rooting for her not to lose. And with that being said, though, I do think this part's interesting. You know, when you get like the whole thing where all this is going on, you got Bartolomeo where he's just like, yo, so you're the Straw Hats. And he's just mumbling and crying and just turned into a huge fanboy. He's like, can I get Luffy's autograph? Oh, I'll go find him. And it's funny, like Zoro, I really feel like Zoro was trolling for a bit, because he's like, I can't understand him. But you heard him at the end when he's like, oh yeah, you'll go find Luffy, right? Nobody said anything about giving your life. Now, it's very ironic. You couldn't hear anything else that this dude said. Couldn't understand it. But as soon as he says something about going to go find somebody, you hear him loud and fucking clear. Zoro, you ain't fucking slick, dude. Zoro's just like, yeah, you go find him, because I get my ass lost. Like, I end up in the fucking arena somewhere. You go find Luffy for me. Thanks, dude. Oh, groupie ass bitch. Oh man, like I'm loving this, man. I'm loving Bartolomeo more and more, man. I'm loving this dude more and more, because he's like, I'm just big fans of you guys, really big fans. Oh, can I get a hug? Oh my god, man. I never thought I liked the fanboy. Like, I don't really like shit. What's the dude's name from Boku no Hero? That's one of the reasons why I dropped the manga. You know, you guys when I first started, I said I was gonna review Boku no Hero and Black Clover, and you know I was doing that with One Piece and with Hunter x Hunter and everything, and just doing all these different series. And I didn't realize how much work that was gonna be to have that many different series and to do reviews for all of them. I didn't realize I was gonna get myself burnt out. And with Boku no Hero, like I was just like, man, this dude, Midoriya, like he is such a fucking fanboy. Like what the actual fuck? This dude will suck All Might's dick and say, oh, if swallowing your sperm, and this is gonna sound really gay, if swallowing your sperm makes me stronger, I'll do it, All Might. Like, oh my god. Like, grow a set of balls and show some dignity. And that's kind of how I thought I was going to be with Bartolomeo once you got the whole thing where he's putting up the posters and everything with the straw hats. But dude, this is actually interesting. I like this. I'm actually enjoying reading this character. I guess this goes to show. Even Oda can pull off doing the fanboy better. Oh, man. So with that being said, though, you know, we got to transition over. I like how Sanji's like, okay, well, Robin... hopefully she reconvenes with Luffy's team and Zoro's team. And it's just like, oh my God, you are such a fucking simp. And when he's thinking back to Violet, he's just like, yo, you're gonna go off with your government contact. And he's just got this derpy look on his face, sitting there thinking about all the shit that he wished he could do with her. And that's when Momonosuke is like, you're thinking about something else. You're thinking about something else. I just spilled my guts out to you. I just told you how scary Doflamingo is and how just thinking about what he could have did to my father's friend just gives me the shivers, and I transform back into this dragon. I hate you, Sanji. You're not paying me any attention. Like, get the fuck out of here, Momonosuke. Get the fuck out of here. Like, you got no right to be getting on anybody for dirty thoughts when this dude sitting up there bathing with Nami and Robin and, you know, snuggling all up on him and everything and giving that troll look. Like, that dude forever is gonna have the troll look. Like, when I get caught up, I'm gonna look for transparent images, dude, just smiling in Nami's boobs, man. That way I can just use that as every time I troll people, just use that image. Like, oh, fuck you, Momonosuke, fuck you. But, you know, overall, I mean, I will say that I'm a little disappointed we didn't get much more with Law. You know, Law lets the chick go that's in Doflamingo's family. Doflamingo is like, so this is it, you know, you're going a really long way over a grudge, and Laws, you know, drops an open-ended statement of how, you know, this isn't just for him, how he's waited 13 years for this, and we get the whole revelation that Law essentially was gonna try and pit Doflamingo against Kaido, which, you know, they're really putting Kaido over. Like, they're really putting him over. They're building him up like this dude's gonna be a second coming of fucking Jesus, man. And I mean, it makes sense. He's one of the 4 emperors, right? So, I mean, this is gonna be interesting, man. But, you know, overall, this was a pretty okay chapter. You know, I'm really hoping we, you know, see some more Rebecca action. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.